4 years ago, I sat right here in this chair, and I looked every member of the Commissioners Court in the eye, and what I said at that time was the failure of the Commissioners Court to appropriate funds for release on electronic monitoring as a condition of release on bail would eventually result in somebody's death, and that the news media would report it as a tragedy, but the commissioners and I would know that it was avoidable. Now, Caitlin Reed is dead. And admittedly, I seem to be the only one that finds that very disturbing and upsetting, but nonetheless, the young lady didn't have to die. And I realize that this is a budget hearing, so I have a proposal to address that issue. The problem is the magistrate who released the murderer on bail because he was arrested previously for assault on her and threatened to kill her. The magistrate who released him didn't order a protective order and did not order electronic monitoring, even though he was charged with domestic violence. And it was pretty clear that he intended to harm her. I think what factors into that is that the Commissioners Court chose to have an appointed magistrate serve in that capacity. And an elected magistrate might be a little bit more careful. So the court has taken action to eliminate elected justice of the peace, people who serve the public. The reality is this appointed magistrate is the problem, because this year, and not the first time, I think in the last budget year, funds were appropriated for electronic monitoring. And the court's taken the position, well, we can't make the judges do it. We can't make the judges implement electronic monitoring as a condition of release on bail. And, it's just a continuation of the pass the buck mentality that continually comes up before the court. So, if the county judge receives compensation for his judicial duties from the state, and Judge, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe your statement says that's 30% of your duties in exchange for that compensation from the state. And so my proposal is that you fire the jail magistrate and allow the county judge to earn the money that he's already compensated for. He is a magistrate. He can do the arraignments. He can do the whole job. So if you want to get rid of a judge, let's get rid of the one who had a part in a young mother of two dying in McLennan County. There should be some consequences for a screw-up.